Hi, my name is Alison and you're with Healing Dove Tarot. This is a love reading for the sign of Virgo during mid-April 2018 to mid-May 2018. This is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising signs. So Virgo, let's get started. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Angels. Please show me the messages that Virgo needs to know for mid-April 2018 to mid-May. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Angels. It's too many cards. Please show me the messages. What does Virgo need to know? There's one very clearly. Two more cards. Thank you, Spirit. Please show me. What does Virgo need to know for love? It's too many cards. What does Virgo need to know for love? Wow, Virgo, what a reading. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles, my dear Virgos, shows me that you have been going through a time or a period of lack, maybe in depression, feeling like you're left out in the cold. In the traditional tarot, this card shows a depiction of a boy and a man outside in the snow, in the cold, with bare rags on their backs, not really having a lot, feeling like they have nowhere to go. But if they only looked up and changed their perspective, they would see that there's a beautiful warm light in a church ready to welcome them in. And this card for me, it's quite sad. It shows someone that's feeling defeated, that's feeling depressed. There's melancholy on her face. The energy, it makes me sad looking at this card. And I say that because underneath it comes a Three of Wands. So it's like you're coming out of this period where you've made a decision, either you or someone else has made a decision about your role in their life, and you're not moving forward. That's how you're coming into the month in this period from wherever you're watching this video from. So the good news is that you're not actually staying in this energy for very long at all. You're coming out of that and coming into much more harmonious and beautiful energy for the month of mid-April to mid-May. And I say that because you start off with one of the most beautiful love cards in the deck, the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups talks to renewal in existing relationships. So for some of you out there, it could be that the reason why you've been feeling like this lack, or this feeling of lack, or shame or guilt, or those low vibrational energies, is because you've chosen to walk away from something that's really quite not done yet. And I can see that here clearly because it's showing me the Ace of Cups, that new energy is brought into old relationships. It's showing new vitality, starting afresh. A love offer is coming in, and that's beautiful. It's a really strong card. It's showing a lovely energy, a really light energy. And it's coupled with the Four of Pentacles. So for me, this talks of someone who in the past was almost holding on to all of their possessions, their pentacles, shutting out love. They're in this fearful energy, and it's the Four preceding the Five, right? So it was showing on being like Scrooge, holding on tightly out of fear that you're going to lose something, blocking love, blocking anything coming into you. And it could mean in the literal term of having financial stress and worry, and that impacting your relationships, and choosing that you didn't have the mindset to actually put energy into your loving relationships, into those of anything that's whether that be a romantic relationship or whether that even be friendships. It's like you were too focused on trying to get yourself out of this financial situation or this financial burden. But the good news is that it's reversed. So you're finally coming out of that energy. You're releasing that energy and you're opening yourself up to love. As I mentioned before, for those that are recently separated, this does show to me a beautiful reconnection coming back in with that person. You have the Ace of Cups coupled with the Six of Wands. It's victory in love. And this person standing there in the Six of Wands. So happy, so victorious, like they've climbed the mountain, they've won, like everyone's cheering for them. Woohoo, go Virgo, it's your own cheer squad, yeah. Including your partner. It's like you've both had this time apart and you're ready to come together and reconnect again. And I see that because right next to the Six of Wands is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands talks to conflict, talks to having your guard up, you know, battling out, fighting. You're not understanding where I'm coming from, or, you know, why don't you just get me? And it's in the reverse. So it's showing me that, and I don't know if you can see that on the camera there, that you can see there's like a dog or a hound or something that's quite vicious at a goat. It's like gnarling his teeth almost, you know. So it might be that in this relationship, for those that are recently separated, and we're talking about 4 weeks ago, 4 months ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago, or 4 or 5 months ago, it may have been this is what the energy was like between you both. And it could be because of the financial strains. Either you or the other person or both of you are having. You're both feeling this sense of lack, this sense of security. It's like everything was gone and you're holding on tightly, you know, trying to keep your shit together pretty much. But once you let that go, once you open yourself up and clear your mind and allow love to come back in, it's showing that you drop all these ones. You drop all that negative aggression. You go, oh, what were we actually fighting about again? Why were we fighting? This doesn't even make sense to me. Can we just go back to love? For those of you who aren't, who haven't come out of a relationship, who are completely single, the same message applies here in some form. It's showing that you have been feeling depressed, a little bit lonely, kind of like, when will my time come? I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of being single. Well, the exciting news is that very soon, I'd say within a few days or a week of actually watching this video, new love is coming for you. It's coming in. It's, are you ready and open to receive it? And I think you are. I think you want to be victorious. You want to show the world that you're ready for a new loving relationship. You want to be open to the idea of love, to putting down your burden, to putting down the past and stepping into a new with this beautiful person. And in terms of signs, I'm not seeing any one sign come through strongly or particularly. There's a lot of earth here and a lot of fire. So I'd say either potentially an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, or a fire sign in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be. But again, this is a general reading, so it depends on, you know, the collective watching this. And finally, for couples, for people that are still happily coupled and in a relationship or married, the energy that I'm seeing here is that you're actually having a resurrection of your love and affection. You may have been together for a number of years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. And it feels like things have recently been a little bit stale, that you've been focusing on work and kind of, you know, not really connecting with each other. Well, this is the beautiful message to now make time. This is the month to do so. Set aside some time to rekindle with your partner. Remind yourself and remind them of why they're important to you and why this relationship matters. Because I do see a beautiful reconnection. It's almost as if you go, now we can breathe. I remember you. Do you remember me? That's right. We love each other. Let's celebrate. Lovely. Really lovely energy for you there, Virgo. Yeah, I'm really happy to see you coming out of this sad energy, this feeling of lack, this feeling of loss, because it is ending. That cycle and that energy is ending for you. And this beautiful new love is beginning, whether that's a resurrection of love in an old relationship, a new relationship coming back, a new connection, whether that's for your singles, a new connection completely, someone completely brand new coming in, again, either a fire sign or an earth sign, or whether for you couples, it's just about rekindling that spark. Now, I'm going to pull for you an additional guidance card from the John Holland Psychic Tarot for the heart, for the tart. Let's see what the additional messages are for you, Virgo, for love from mid-April to mid-May 2018. Thank you, Spirit. Please show me what additional messages for love do we have for Virgo. Please show me. Thank you, Spirit. What additional messages do we have for Virgo in love? Mid-April to mid-May 2008. Please show me. There it is. Wow. Virgo, 5 of Cups, change your focus. See, this looks like he's just stepped out of the desert, or she's just stepped out of the desert, and they have all these birds overhead leading the way. It's like, you know, stop all this mental chatter. Stop feeling like you've got this lack or loss. Open up your heart again and you will see clearly. And I'm going to read for you the excerpt in the book because I think it's actually very accurate for what we're talking about here. And it talks about disappointment lost. Shift that energy and appreciate all that you have. Some disappointment and sadness are inevitable. How you deal with it determines the quality of your life. It may be that you've recently experienced a loss, perhaps the end of a relationship or a failed romance. Maybe your family isn't providing the support you need, or you regret decisions that you've made. Any number of situations can cause unhappiness. When relationships don't turn out the way we expected, it's natural to feel upset and hurt. However, it's not healthy to remain in that state for too long. When this card appears, it's time to put those sorrows behind you and shift your focus to what is good and positive in your life. Appreciate the people who love you and your ability to give love to others. Take stock of what brings you joy. Taking charge of your own happiness is key here. Focus on what you have and are thankful for, and you will attract more of the same, including new love. Wow. Including new love, Virgo. Woo! Okay, so that was your reading. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will be back with you at the new moon to do your astrological readings. Thank you.